Zoop. What? What was that? Okay. I guess we're playing this game called Doki Doki Literature Club. Seems pretty glitched out already. It's a weird way to start a game. Alright, I guess this is new game. That's a lot of weird text. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is... Why is there so much glitched up text? My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Whoa, Jesus, glitches! Oh God, glitches everywhere! What? This game is fucked up. Wow. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Whew, been there, man. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Jay? Oh, Jesus! Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Oh, okay. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Whoa. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey Jay, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Aha! Awesome! You're really sweet, Jay, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go? Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me!
Ugh.
Eh? A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club, Jay.
Dots. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. Hello? You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So I ran into Jay in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? Hello, peoples. I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
Why don't you come sit down, Jay?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Jay, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past 2 years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
Anyway, what about you, Yuri? I don't like tea either, I just don't really have a choice.
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I haven't read a horror book before, but I plan to in the future. Haha! I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud!
Oh, there are cables in my way, that explains a lot.
And give that back! I agree that Yuri's creepy.
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Dots.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Dots. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Jay?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I know that my voice for Monika and Yuri are very similar, but I just don't have a better one for either of them, so kinda stuck that way. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I really don't have a good place to put my mouse when I'm sitting this way. I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Jay. The thing is... we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
Dots. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Jay?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
Jay, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Jay, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart for the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to glow closer to one of these girls. I'm just gonna stick with glow closer. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sound of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Well, that's creepy. Okay, let's write a poem. I guess. Mouse. Hop. Milk. Best word for a poem ever. Milk. Milk, milk, milk. Vanilla. Papa. Poof. Poof. Skirt. Of course, then. Next one should be a pout. Doki Doki. Name of the game. Can't not say that. Blanket. Cute. Marriage. Calm. Oh. Calm. Strawberry. Feather. Rainbow. This weird voice. Sunny. Ribbon. Giggle. And puppy! Oh, Jesus. Okay, I guess we're just gonna ignore what just happened. Hi again, Jay. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, shit! Thanks for keeping your promise, Jay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, Jesus! Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Why are you in front of the text box? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, in the background, someone's hanging. Never met that character before. I don't know why they're showing that. I saw her face glitch out there. It freaked me out. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga, and I just noticed that the room is tilting. I think the room is tilting. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Jay. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I really can't say no either. I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh god, the room is spinning so badly. I didn't want you to feel left out,
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
The room fixed itself, so now it just was pretty jarring for a minute there.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay, the calendar's back. Whew. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot! What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit that you read it on... Well, you know where the other person stands, I think is what it says. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better! Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jay. Consider this a lesson. Oh, don't touch your book! Ugh. Bolded text is really freaking me out a little. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there! Wah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? Ah, I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Line! Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Aw, she's so cute! Aw. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards other losers over time, like you loser. But it's probably harder for someone like you big-ass loser. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this! Oh, alright. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Line! Dots! So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Dots. Dots. More dots. More dots. More dots! Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Aww. It looks like she started to fall asleep. She's so cute! Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Holy shit! A little less cute! Just a little! And that music just got all glitchy, too. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Dots. Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. I know, there were way too many dots in that part, weren't there? She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give her... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her... microphone's been kind of funky, but it seems like, so sorry if my audio's been kind of weird. Dots! Dots? Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, dots? Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. And I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Dots. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it like to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Happy birthday! Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I feel like her voice changed, and I'm not entirely sure how to fix it. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Bye. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I appeal my poem to next? Let's go, Yuri. Dots. Dots. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Dots. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jay.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And Monika. Hi, Jay. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jay. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, Jay. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Wow, it got dark. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition— Jesus! Okay, is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Oh, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. That music just freaked out a little. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Jay did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jay liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri!
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Jay appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jay started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch!
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point! Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know!
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Do you think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try.
Well, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri! Oh, my bad! You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on! Let Jay hear everything you really think! I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this!
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she's just noticed I was standing here. Jay, she's just trying to make me look bad.
This is getting really weird with all the music and the static. Ugh. That's not true! She started it!
Dots.
How did I get through this? I don't even know. Natsuki. Yuri. Natsuki. Wait, what's going on? Why can't I pick one? Oh my god! What the hell? Ah!
Oh, it's just Monika. Okay. Dots. More dots. Hey Jay, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay?
That freaked me out.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Dots! She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Jay, Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely.
That's a little creepy.
Dots.
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Dots.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika.
You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. That was Natsuki's voice.
I'll wait for you to be done.
Dots.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Jay. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you understanding.
Oh my god, what the hell? Okay. I guess we're writing more poems? Kiss. Smile. Bliss. Clouds. I saw the picture in the background earlier. It was really creepy, yeah. Papa. Kawaii. Doki Doki. Nightgown. Pout. Silly. A graveyard. Parfait. Vanilla. Heart. Bunny. Boop. 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 Okay. Fluffy. Love. Hop, 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 hop. Dance. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, Jay.
Ah, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Manga, yes, her name is just Manga now. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Jay, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now?
Have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man! Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either?
Dots.
Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit.
Dots.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday? I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
Dots.
But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it.
Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Dots. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. My voice was too high there. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good at it yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Aw, well thanks, Yuri. Why am I so bad with voices? You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jay. Monika smiled sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything with the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off to the closet. Jay, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend time together today? I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Okay, that was weird. What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. That's fun. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. That's more fun. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Wow, this book just sounds like so much fun, so entertaining! Such a relaxing, entertaining experience in what sounds like this book is about. Awesome. Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kinda dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jay? No, it's not that. It's just that I hate horror in every freaking aspect of the word. I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Like when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets full. I didn't actually get the chance to read that. I know when the black text shows up, usually the history changes or just skips it. It didn't even tell me what that was. I think the best girl is Natsuki, personally. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? She just glitched out. Okay. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Dots. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Oh, Jesus, bathing in... I was just... And it's just gone. Okay. Bathing in the feeling of my body heat. That's creepy. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. That seems weird for some reason. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses at things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Jay? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything.
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing!
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Let's start with Monika.
Hi again, Jay. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika.
Dots. Alright! Great job, Jay. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that...
But I didn't write it for Yuri, I wrote it for Natsuki. Why is it suddenly... for Yuri?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all just started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. Beautiful. Why is it missing letters? That's weird. Flash. Explode. Piercing. Red. Green. Blue. And endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop! Violent, grating, firms. Squeak, king, screech, ink, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent! Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a bleeding ribcage, Jesus!
That's... okay.
Endless plume of glass. Delete her.
That's creepy. Save me, delete her. Oh, glitches! Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
So, there is something else I saw, yeah, I needed to open the folder. Which I have right here. Start with Hackspeaks, which I should... This is going to be annoying because I have to add each source in separately. Is it showing that? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's a creepy image, isn't it? Okay, close that. and remove that window. Okay, back in the folder. Let's open the folder with all the eyes. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? No idea what that could be referring to. And then the other thing is, can you hear me? There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality, is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present for every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Some creepy files, aren't they? Anyway, we don't need to look at the folder anymore for now, at least. So I should show my poem to Yuri next, I guess. Even apparently it was written for her. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Dots. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. Dots? I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Well, let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times for every time it ticks every second time, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears, and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. That was a poem with no music at all. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Dots. Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Okay, and there's the music back. Let's talk to Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. I was writing for you.
The game said I wrote for Yuri for some reason. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed you were spending time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anybody. That's a little dark. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Oh, so okay. The only thing I see in here is Super Smash Brothers. And almost oh no. Oi no. Jay, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Jay. What's happening to her face? Oh my god.
Do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying?
She's crying blood. This music.
The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri.
Sorry.
Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Ah! No!
And? Wait, what? You have unlocked a special poem. Maybe? Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa doesn't come home without waking me up. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. That's creepy. Was that written by Natsuki? Because she has like malnutrition issues because of her dad and everything. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? I'm glad your neck isn't broken, by the way, Natsuki. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look. I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Jay joined and we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Jay? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Jay to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind?
Yuri never even talked until Jay joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Jay isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Dots. Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Jay want to get more members too, right? Dots. Dots. I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Jay, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Dots. Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is that a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Jay! It's not the same! It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. Dots, this is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kinda indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? Oh, Jesus. That's creepy. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Oh my god! Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Ugh! Oh, Jesus! I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Jay? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Oh god, is her eyes still bleeding blood? Or crying, she's still crying blood. I don't know. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Then maybe we can talk about how the fact that you're bleeding out of your eye. That's a little creepy, Yuri. Maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monika, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Jay? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Jay before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Dots. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow!
Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a little bit hectic lately, haven't they? Jay, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes I feel like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? Why is everything getting all staticky? But it's weird, because in all the time we've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! No! Stop it! That was weird. Sorry. Sorry again. Okay, I guess we're writing another poem. Give me a minute. Oh, my throat just is not happy with what I've been doing. Okay. Stream just dropped a bunch of frames, but it seems like it's working now. So, fortune, excitement, heartbeat, special. Why are the numbers going up like this? Lipstick, incongruent, happiness, clumsy. Whoa! Oh, I missed it. Vibrant, bunny, marshmallow. That was Monika. Effulgent, raindrops, whatever. Doubt it matters at this point. Hi, Jay. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monika! I told you not to! Ah! Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? I want to check something. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Just go back to my channel. Sure, everything seems to be running okay still. Okay. What's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So... Natsuki. Nobody cares! Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Line! Dots! Dots! Oh man, I'm the last one here again! Were you practicing piano again? Yeah! You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, Jay, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah! Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Jay is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monika? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monika. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah! Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Dots. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take so long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. My channel still open? No, I closed it. Okay. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Oh, she has cut mark. Oh, she's cutting herself. Oh, okay. Oh, what the hell is this? What's going on? What's, is it, what? Did it just, like, rewind everything that just happened, or what the shit? What? I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Jay, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Jay. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Jay, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Line! Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Welcome back! Yay! Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Dots. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. Oh, give me like 1 second. I'm just gonna check on something and stuff. It seems to be running fine. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. While I'm here, might as well do that. Okay, let me get back to the game now.
But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth.
Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Jay?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. The music's gone. It's creepy. Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't. Jay.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
Jay. My heart won't stop pounding, Jay. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Jay?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
Oh god, that's a creepy face. Oh my god, that's a creepy face. That's a creepy face. That's a creepy face. That's a creepy face. Sorry. Freaked out. Yuri freaks me out a lot.
It's time to share poems.
Thank you, Monika. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's start with Natsuki. Dots! This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing, but either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I tried, okay? I still think it's nice to have activities we all participate in, so you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything, but that doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me, so read it carefully, okay? I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. Okay, I'm not reading it in that voice. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I just don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monika... away. That's fantastic. How long has my audio been gone? My microphone decided to unplug itself. Thanks for mentioning that. I hope it hasn't been gone for too long. The point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you kept your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's, effective. Here goes. Oh. Jeez, that really startled me. Yeah, me too, Monika. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at, writing this poem. 1 minute's not bad. I was worried that it would be a lot more than a minute. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. Who should I show my poem to next? Finally! Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Jay, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Jay. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Ugh. Hello? Ugh. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry! Read it! Oh. 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 Blood stains, and I'm assuming that's a pee stain. Music. Oh, God. Oh, God! Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem's about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? No! You're creeping me the fuck out, Yuri! I think I'm going to vomit. Yes, no? Yes? Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Okay, staring. I love you. That's a message, I guess. Okay, is it gonna change again? Is it? Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Dots! Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Dots. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that! I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea! And that gives us all something to do. Well, what about Jay? Jay is going to help me! Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika! Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is! What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too! What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know! All you care about now is dragging Jay around with you and your stupid books! You and Monika!
Hey, I didn't even do anything!
Okay, then why not let Jay decide who to help instead of abusing your power? Dots everywhere, man. Dots everywhere.
I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let Jay make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine.
Jeez! Jay, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
You shut your mouth!
Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay?
My mouse is kind of just moving over to Monika. I don't really want to choose Monika.
Monika, I guess I don't have a choice? Yay, you picked me! Okay! We can meet at your house this weekend! I promise it'll be fun! Is Sunday okay with you?
Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all!
It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Jay to yourself. What a shameful thing to do.
Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here.
I'm being unreasonable? Monika, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are.
Oh. Give me a second. Oh, sorry about that.
Pulling Jay away from me every single time you're not included in something? Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much you take it out on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself?
Oh my god!
It would be beneficial to your mental health.
Not like to stay in today. I'm just gonna, at this point, I'm just gonna hold it in to make sure.
Hey Jay, Yuri really is something, isn't she?
I'm gonna take another look at the game files. Okay, I guess nothing.
Finally.
There! Now it has "Have a Nice Weekend." And all the other stuff is gone. That's weird.
Finally! This is really all I wanted. Jay, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there really is something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. This music is freaking me out. I don't care anymore, Jay. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika is listening. Please, Jay, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your... Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! I want you all to myself.
and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Jay. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? God, no! Leave me the fuck alone, you crazy bitch! What? Oh my god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh my god! Oh god! Oh my god! Oh! What? What? What is she? What? 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 Welcome to the literature club. Yeah. Wow. Do you promise to spend the most time with me? This is going on a while. Oh, the skip button's here. That was grayed out before. Hey, it's just fast forwarding. It looks like this is all just garbage text. So, wait, change. Is it nighttime now? Is that what this is supposed to mean? And daytime? Oh, she's getting a little whiter. Oh god, this is so creepy. Sunset. Nighttime. Oh. Oops. Oh god, she's white. The blood is black. Sunset. Nighttime. Wow. Alright, it's festival time! Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty... Yeah! Ah! Natsuki runs away. Dots! I'm here! Jay, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me! Oh. Oh. Dots. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Jay? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. I must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. What are you doing? Wait, what? You deleting... What? I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monika lifts the foil from the tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? It should only take a second. Glitch? What's going on? Dots. Can you hear me? Is it working? Oh my god! No, it wasn't the scene. Memories. There was a previous playthrough. Did Monika make me forget that? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Jay. I remember Sayori's death and everything now. What? Welcome to the literature club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him? I'm talking to you, Jay. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? I'm gonna try saving. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Alright. Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, considering, I just checked my viewers and just Monika entered my stream chat. I'm not sure if the game did that or if someone named just Monika just happened to show up just now. That's weird.
Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend any time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Jay? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Jay. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Jay. Okay. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Jay. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized you have the same perspective as I do. It's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. That being said, Jay, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Jay, will you go out with me?
I guess I don't have a choice?
I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Jay. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Jay. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Like in here? Like this folder?
With only Monika in it now?
Okay. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button.
My viewer list says just Monika is still here.
Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button.
Here, let me show you. Add source, screen capture, or it doesn't want me to show you?
Right, I forgot XSplit doesn't really like to show the chat very well. Oh, here we go. Now it's working. Let me make that bigger. Yeah, it has just Monika in there. Right here. Here's the chat. I would have had the chat in the stream, but I couldn't find a way to make it fit right. That's on the plus side, it gave me an easy way out if things didn't go my way. Ahaha. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh, this is a creepy poem. Monika. Mon-e. I'm just gonna skip through this. They're all just different versions of Monika. Hi again, Jay. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, Jay, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me, won by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be the best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Jay? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Why does she know this? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. No, you're just in the frickin' chat. Do you mind telling your friend it's a little rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh, she commented, can you hear me? She just commented, what's going on? Holy crap! I'm leaving that on screen now. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Zoom. What's about to happen? What's gonna happen? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. You gave me so— holy shit! Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Jay, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. I'm really freaking out now. She entered the frickin' comments. I don't want her around anymore. Let's put this in the recycle bin.
And there we go.
What's happening? Jay, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Jay.
Okay, she's still here.
Please hurry and help me.
Help me! She's trying...
Did you do this to me, Jay?
Did you? Did you delete me?
How could you? How could you do this to me?
She's still here.
You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything.
Hang on, I need to... Nope, I can't do that. I need to, like, continue the game, but I still want to look at the stream. Okay, I guess I can do this. Except I didn't want to do that! Game! Do what I'm asking you to do. Game? No! I don't want you to full screen yourself. Okay, let's do things this way. Like this. There.
I loved you so much, Jay. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Jay, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye.
Holy crap! She's still in the chat.
Dots, I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Dots. I've made up my mind. Jay, I know I said that I deleted everyone else. Oh. But that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. Dots. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you... Dots. Then...
I'm just gonna leave the chat in the stream, because I don't know what the shit's going to happen at this point. The last thing I expected was Monika to actually break into my fucking chat. Holy crap. And she's gone. Is she gone in the chat? Yes. But I'm going to leave it open, because you never know what's going to happen. New game? It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Jay! Oh, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Jay, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. But you never even said anything about it, even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please! It's good motivation! Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Jay, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. Hang on, let me try and fix this so that we can see the chat without it blocking everything. There really isn't a way to do it. No, there isn't. Well, if something happens in the chat again, then I'll show it back up. But for now, it'll be fine without it.
Really? Which one? Tell me!
I think I'll keep it a surprise.
Boo! You meanie!
Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Hang on, I'm gonna check the folder. The characters are back, except for Monika. And everything seems fine in here. Huh. Okay. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello?
Ah! Jay! Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I glance around the room. Heh! So you're the Jay that Sayori's always talking about!
Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jay. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit.
Come on, Yuri! No need to be so formal! He's gonna think we're really strict or something!
Sorry, Natsuki.
The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you.
Working? Jay, don't tell me! You're...
That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up.
No way! No way!
Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
If Sayori's this happy, then I'm sure it won't be that bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say! We have to celebrate! What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to...
Hey, don't ruin the surprise!
Sorry!
Everyone sit down at the table, okay?
How about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
I don't know. I keep losing Natsuki's voice.
Wah!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
Wow, these look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Are you already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Jay, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yeah, I still don't like tea either. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. I've had tea once, and I honestly think it tastes really terrible. I taste the leaves, and I just don't like it. Ugh, it's awful. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something we have in common. Hey, Yuri! Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if Jay wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything! Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Jay? Maybe! Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new! I think it could be fun! And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too! I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? Dots, I don't disagree or anything. Yeah! You're right as usual, President! I guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And then as for Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez! You were the one who suggested we diversify! You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. Dots. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. I have read manga. I prefer watching anime over reading manga, but I do have mangas and I have read some of them. Although I have not read anywhere near all the ones that I own. I need to get to work on that eventually. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too! This is so cute! Sayori, shut up! I'll show you some of my manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Jay. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Oh, Jay! Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever! Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun! Hey Jay, I really want to thank you. Why'd the music go away? I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything, but the truth is I already knew you were going to. What? There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monika. Oh God! That's right! I know everything she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Jay. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things Monika did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you forever and ever. No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. What's going on? Who? It hurts! Ah! Is this Monika? I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Jay. Goodbye, Literature Club. Wow. What's this? What's going on? What's that voice?
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff? And I'm not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you.
So this is Monika.
Really, really hard on it. So yeah.
So is she just singing us a song now?
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Okay, I guess we're just listening to a song now.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that
Oh, we're at the credits? Game's over? That was an experience. I did not expect Monika to get into my fucking stream chat. That was insane.
Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Wow. That was a game.
Everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
What a game, man.
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
Hey, a scene I didn't see. And that must be why it's grayed out, because I don't remember. I haven't seen that image.
Does my pen only write
Or that one.
words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free?
And there's the four girls.
Goes down into a dark puddle. How can I write
Wow.
love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heart?
Special thanks, Monika and Jay. Really?
Love in your
Okay.
reality.
Just
love you.
deleting everything in the game.
I'll leave you be.
Wow. That was an experience. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you. For making all of my dreams come true. For being a friend to all the club members. And most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monika. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Wow. That's all I have to say about that entire experience. Wow. I mean, I'm still just reeling that Monika hacked into my chat. That is something that is legitimately unsettling me a little bit, because I honestly cannot figure out how she could have done that. How would you be able to program a game so that it breaks into your Twitch chat if you're streaming it and posts stuff? How do you do something like that? Either that, or just someone happened to come by with the name Just Monika and decided to troll me. But I feel like that's something from the game itself, and I don't know how the hell that happened, and that freaked me out a lot. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. That's because that's the end of the game, so that's the end of the stream. I mean, if I reopen the game, I reopened the game. There we go, now it's running. If we reopen the game, it just starts here, which let me get the Twitch chat out of the way. And this out of the way of the Twitch chat. And then it... Okay. So... yeah, I guess that's the end of the stream. So... yeah. That was something... that was an experience, and thanks you for joining me along with it. Bye-bye now.